Well, you sound confident, but don't underestimate the shield of the Crux. Gotta admit, though, first of all, but what is the... Is that your final answer? As you've just learned, the supplementary Okay, interesting. On longer voyage. So, my question... Okay, those are all my questions. I gotta say, you got them. Okay then. Now it's time to apply that endless talent of yours to learning some new recreational activities. You need to realize that being out at sea might be fun for looking at the same. That is why we offer a lot of fun. Oh, and each newcomer, of course, if you'd prefer wrestling sea monsters with your bare hands. Well, if I remember
Listen up, everyone!
What's going on here?
Oh, Captain,
I see. That's quite a... Oh? In that case?
Yeah, it would be great if...
It's up to you, Traveler. Great! It's set.
Yes, Captain.
Okay, that's 1, 2... Oh yeah? What's that? Fair enough. So, who will it be? Me? Guyonstone. So how about...
Come on, Cap. Scenery look... Those were your
Well, then
Seriously, Cap? You are the captain.
I agree. Besides, Cap, we can even...
Real funny guy. Well, if you say so. So, what do I do now, Traveler? You're kidding. It must be the lighting or something. You've got it wrong. I never said that. You mean go somewhere else, then bring the final photo back as teaching material?
Sounds good.
But I'm just... The fishing village near Wangshu Inn? How do you even know that place anyway? It's tiny. I don't think I've ever seen it on a single map. I'm surprised that you'd remember such a trivial detail. He's right, though. I did live there for a while. And now that you've mentioned... Well then, what's... With them, they brought their knowledge of fishing, which had been passed down from generation to generation. I learned a lot from them when I was here. Now upriver is long gone, and downriver is all but deserted. It won't be long before no one even remembers what these places are called. Tu Zhong. I barely remember this name. You're right. I was only about 5 or 6 years old when I first arrived here. I was homeless and had to have been a few fish seeing me stop, but straight away I went over, and had I known the dog was so weak, I could tell they were, but I got lucky. The village. Do you know what the name? Come. About a year or two after I arrived, the village chief fell ill during the winter and passed away. During that same period, the harvest was getting worse and the fisherman's catch was getting smaller day by day. Without the village chief to handle the situation, people began blaming each other. There were even rumors that some families had been overfishing and leaving nothing for the rest of the village to catch. But in the end, they all turned on me, saying that they shouldn't have ever taken me in. They said I was bad luck. They pointed to how that dog died on the first day I arrived. Next thing you know, the village chief dies, and then all the fish die out. They said I was a living curse, and the downfall of the village was all my fault. I told them that I didn't understand. I'm not a curse, I'm just Beidou. Then some of the villagers started shouting, and drove me out of the village. They shouted, "Nando controls life. Beidou controls death. Beidou controls death." Before then, all I knew about my name was that it had something to do with the stars. It wasn't until then that I realized that Beidou was a constellation. And the Alcor, one of its stars, was an omen of death. Here we are. This is the old house of the village chief. I bet he never expected that the little girl he took in would grow up to be seen as a curse that brought about the village's total destruction. What do you mean? Is that all? And let me guess. You got to Inazuma and the Electro Archon's Gnosis was taken as well? Well, you seem to wreak havoc on a grander scale than I ever could. Oh, I get it. You're trying to convince me that I'm not cursed. I appreciate it, and I'll take it. Let's not forget that the people whose names stick around are the ones who emerge from the stormy seas unscathed. I, for one, have never... But your journey's far from... So if you ever find some... Remember, you'll always have the cat... I kinda dig it. I'm lucky to have... Okay, it's time to get back to our photography. Right, teacher? Come on, let's not waste any time. So? All right. How about this? So, is it done yet? Please don't tell me that it looks weird. Show me. Yeah, sure, whatever. Now give it here. Yes. I see. Now, as to requisite... So... Here we are. I bet he never expected that the little girl he took... What do you mean? Is that... And let me get... I appreciate it. Let's not forget, I, for one, that your journey's far... So if you ever find some... Remember, you'll all... I kinda dig it. I'm lucky to have a... Okay, it's time to get back to our photo... Come on, let's... So? What? I don't want to... Hey, cut it!